In the deep woods of the American wilderness, some signals just fade away. Welcome to Lost Signal. It's a perfect day in the mountains. Father's Day weekend, 1969. A 6-year-old boy in a bright red shirt is laughing, running through a meadow in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. He's with his dad, his grandfather, his older brother. Safe, happy, making memories. Then in less than 3 minutes, he's gone into the silence of the mountains. And despite the largest search in the park's history, involving 1,400 people across 56 square miles, they never found a single confirmed trace of him. Not a shoe, not a piece of clothing, nothing. The forest took it all. This is the story of Dennis Martin, and more than 56 years later, nobody knows what happened to him. Welcome to Lost Signal. Let's go in. Let's find the frequency. Dennis Lloyd Martin was born on June 20th, 1962, in Knoxville, Tennessee. He was just 6 years old. He was only 6 days shy of his 7th birthday when he disappeared into the mountain mist. By all accounts, Denny was a quiet kid, shy even, a boy who preferred the quiet corners of the world. His father, Bill Martin, later told investigators that his son would not call out if he was scared or lost. He'd go still. He'd wait. That detail becomes important later. A child who hides in the silence. The Martin family had a tradition. Every Father's Day weekend, the men of the family would pack up and head to the Great Smoky Mountains. Hiking, fresh air, time together. It was something they did every year, a bond between 3 generations. 1969 was the first time little Denny was old enough to join them, his first real adventure. On June 13th, Bill Martin loaded up the car with his 2 sons Douglas and Dennis, along with his father, Clyde. They drove to the park, parked at Cades Cove, and headed up toward the Appalachian Trail. Destination Spence Field. The first day went smoothly. Dennis kept pace. He loved it. The mountains seemed to welcome him. They camped overnight at Russell Field Shelter, and here's one of those small details that sticks with you. At that shelter, they met another family, also named Martin, from Huntsville, Alabama. A strange coincidence. And their kids, also named Dennis, Douglas, and Carter. 2 Martin families, same names, same mountain. Both groups set off together toward Spence Field. A larger party, a safer feeling, or so they thought. Spence Field is a highland meadow along the Appalachian Trail in the western Smokies. It's open, grassy, and surrounded by forest. The views from there are stunning. Mountain ridge after ridge fading into a thick blue haze. It feels like the top of the world. The adults stopped to rest and take in the scenery. The kids had other plans, a bit of harmless fun. Just after 2:30 in the afternoon, the boys quietly hatched a prank. They'd sneak off into the woods and jump out to scare the adults. Dennis, in his bright red shirt and Oxford shoes, would come from the other side. Maximum chaos. Dennis was wearing his bright red shirt, green shorts, and low-cut Oxford shoes. A small bright spot against the green. Bill Martin watched his son head into the trees. He said there was nothing alarming about it. The woods were right there. A few minutes later, the 3 boys burst out, shouting, laughing. The prank had worked perfectly, for them. Dennis didn't come out. At first, nobody panicked. Kids wander. He probably circled too far. Any second now. Any second turned into 5 minutes. 5 minutes turned into 10. The laughter died down. The air felt heavy. Bill Martin called out. No answer. His father, Clyde, immediately went into the tree line where Dennis had gone. He described something unusual. The forest felt eerily silent. No rustling, no movement, no sound of a child. Within the hour, park rangers were notified. By evening, a full-scale search had begun. The mountain was awake. But here's the thing about the Smokies, that terrain does not give up its secrets easily. It swallows things whole. What followed became the largest search operation in Great Smoky Mountains history, and one of the most extensive ever in the U.S. Within the first 24 hours, rangers fanned out. By the second day, volunteers were pouring in, hundreds of them. Hiking clubs, Boy Scout troops, sheriff's deputies, firefighters, a community united in desperate hope. The Red Cross set up food stations, helicopters swept the ridgelines, K-9 units worked the trails, 56 square miles. And then something remarkable happened. The U.S. Army dispatched 60 Green Berets, elite soldiers. Diverted from a training exercise, these men were trained for exactly this terrain. They went where no civilian could. Steep ravines, dense rhododendron thickets, creek beds. They searched every shadow. They found nothing. The search dragged on for weeks. By the time the Park Service officially wound it down on June 29th, they had spent $50,000. That's roughly $420,000 in today's money. A massive investment for zero confirmed evidence. A few small things surfaced. An Oxford-style shoe print was found near the west prong of the Pigeon River, but it was never confirmed. The forest had swallowed a 6-year-old boy, completely, without a trace. Now here's where this case goes from tragic to genuinely unsettling. Weeks later, Harold Key came forward. Key was a state highway engineer. He and his family had been near Rowan's Creek, roughly 7 miles from Spence Field. Key told investigators he heard a sickening scream, sharp, high-pitched, brief. His wife heard it too. They were terrified. Then, within a few minutes, a man emerged from the woods. Rough-looking, unkempt, running fast, trying not to be seen. And then, this detail. Key said the man was carrying something over his shoulder. Something red. Dennis's shirt was red. Key didn't connect the dots until he saw the news. The FBI opened a file. Rangers investigated, but they dismissed it. 7 miles was too far, they said. The timeline didn't add up. Key wasn't even taken back to the spot to retrace his steps. Bill Martin never accepted that. He hiked that distance in 90 minutes with a ranger. It was fast, but it was possible. Authorities withheld Key's account from the Martin family for a full year. Bill went to his grave believing his son was taken. Over the past 56 years, investigators and researchers have put forward several theories. Let's walk through them. Theory 1. He became lost and died of exposure. The official position. The statistically most probable. The Smokies are brutal. The problem? 1,400 searchers, including special forces, found nothing. No remains, no clothing. Even bones typically survive. Theory 2. He was attacked by wildlife, bears or feral pigs. Predator attacks scatter remains, explaining the lack of clues. Theory 3. He fell into a sinkhole or cave. Deep chasms, hidden hollows. A child could disappear without a surface trace. Theory 4. Colon abduction. What Bill Martin believed. The Harold Key account, the Shaggy Man. None of it was definitively ruled out. Then there's the missing 411 angle. David Polides cataloged this case as one of the most compelling in his series. Dog teams finding no scent trail whatsoever. The sudden onset of severe weather. The total absence of physical evidence. Whether you believe in a paranormal explanation or not, those details are genuinely strange and haunting. The search officially ended. The case didn't. Bill Martin never stopped pushing for answers for his son. In October 1969, a review found mistakes. Critical coordination was lost in the early hours. Areas reached too late. The case is open but inactive. He would be 63 today. His name is still in the National Missing Persons Registry. No resolution. The park receives millions of visitors. Most don't know that right here. A little boy walked into the trees and never came out. What happened to Dennis Martin? The honest answer, nobody knows. Maybe he got lost. Maybe something worse happened. What we do know is this. A little boy went into those woods in 1969. His family waited. The mountains stayed quiet. And 56 years have produced nothing. That silence, that total silence, is sometimes the most unsettling answer of all. If you have any information, contact the Great Smoky Mountains National Park tip line. Help bring him home. This has been Lost Signal. Subscribe and share this case. We'll see you in the dark. Produced by Lost Signal. All rights reserved. Join us next time as we search for another missing frequency.